Years ago, I worked with a hospice physician who would often work very hard to make sure that a diagnosis of Takotsubo syndrome got listed on a death certificate. At the time, it was not very well known and often scoffed at. What is it, you may ask? In English, it translates to having a broken heart. If you look it up or have a medical background, you'll realize that what I'm about to say has no officially researched work behind it. It's not what I do here. My goal is simply to give you something to think about. Many years ago, I knew a delightful woman named Ruthie. She was a deaf-mute kleptomaniac who resided in a nursing facility I worked at. She was dearly loved by all and loved everyone in return. One day, she went to the doctor, and he informed her that she was full of cancer. She came home, went to bed, and died. Her heart was broken. Suicide happens when someone can find no other solution in that moment to an overwhelming life. But what about the untold deaths that get listed as failure to thrive, alcoholism, trauma from a single vehicular accident, etc.? How many times does anyone look deeper to find out if possibly, just possibly, the chain of events that led to all of the above began with a broken heart? Not necessarily one that could be diagnosed as such, but a heart that truly believed that it could never be made whole again. I have a friend who spent some time in rehab. She told me once that they never asked the right question. I can tell you that there was a time in my life that I went through a whole lot of poking, prodding, and testing, and I felt the same way. What makes my heart happy is that in all this, there's an ever-increasing army of 30-somethings that I see working so hard to make a difference in their contemporaries' lives. People who are working to become positive influencers in the world, who daily use modern communication to encourage and interact with people by sharing their own stories and hurts, showing others how they can make it through, one day at a time. I am thrilled to see that men are doing this. Women have always been deemed the warm, fuzzy creatures. To have men opening their hearts for other men to see, that is going to make a significant impact. There's so much loneliness and hurt in the world right now. So many people who make everything about themselves because they're trying to figure it out too. This week, I wanted to salute and acknowledge those who are in the age group that seems to be suffering the most right now for being brave enough to put it out there and offer a helping hand. Share their post. Send someone you know who could use their words to their pages. And if you have something positive to say that reaches out instead of inward, put it out there yourself. You may make someone smile, and you could save someone's life. My name is the Reverend Kathy Crosby, and there you have it, short and sweet.